Hey, Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. So, this is really fascinating. So we have three cards for you to choose from, and I'm about to draw runes and charms. And the theme of our readings today is actually all about stepping into your own power and actually asking how the planets are aligning for you. How are the planets how are the planets aligning to assist you in stepping into power, stepping into sovereignty? Now, you may think that I chose these cards very specifically because we have the first house, we have Leo, we have Jupiter. They could not be more appropriate. But the answer is no, I did not choose these cards. These cards came out of the pack as I was doing my preparations, and wow, you could not have three more appropriate cards. So Spirit, Source, the universe is with us undoubtedly. Let's draw runes and charms, and welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for these readings. Thank you if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. Let's draw three runes. 1, 2 and 3. Berkana is showing up that way already. And three charms. We have 1, 1, 2. There's your 1, 2. Oh, these are really interesting. Oh, and 3. Wow. Okay. Oh my goodness me. Right. Okay. Let us turn over the runes, or the ones that have not yet shown themselves, and let me show you the cards close up too. So pile 1. Your card is the first house. So this is pile 1. You have a bird charm that has just shown up. And you also have the rune of movement, Awaz. Okay, so that is rather good. We have, for pile 2, we have the card of Leo. Very magnificent card, very magnificent energy. You have the ballet shoes for the charm. Very beautiful. Have ballet shoes, and you have Tewaz. This is the spiritual warrior, the rune of the spiritual warrior. Very decisive energy. Wow, these are powerful combinations, that's for sure. We then have, for pile 3, Jupiter. This is for pile 3. How amazing. Look at the eagle here. And what do we have here? An eagle. Or a bird of prey. That is amazing. Okay. That is just amazing. In the way that these cards just came out, they could not be more appropriate. Stepping into your own agency, your own empowerment, and the planets aligning. I mean, wow. To have this, so for these cards to show up, it's magnificent. And this is Berkana, the rune of growth. Okay, I am so excited actually to do these readings. They feel like they are overflowing. I couldn't even just say buzzing. It's not like a buzzing or a tingling. They are overflowing with energy, absolutely brimming with energy. Wow. Okay, so I am really excited to do these for you. As always, the cards and the runes and the charms, I'll list them in the description box below and put them in a comment in case you're interested in these. And I'll leave the video running for just a few moments longer to give you a little bit of time. If you need it, you can always press the pause button as well. And I will see you in the readings. Hey, pile 1, welcome, beautiful souls. How are the planets aligning for you to help you step into your own power, into your own agency? It's a very strong sense of that in this reading, actually. You know, what people see and the impression you give. And, you know, we see someone looking in the mirror. So there's something, I think, very personal that you are needing to do here to move something forwards. It's rather than something coming in from the outside, I feel that this will be something very, very specific that you can attend to, which is very, very empowering. If we're feeling like the world is happening to us, knowing what we can do or finding a source of our own agency is really, really important, because it's so challenging if it feels as though the world is just, erupting around us or happening around us. So let's just see this. This just feels as though there will be a message for you that is all about stepping into something that you can personally absolutely do to step up into your own power, to be the source of your own agency. I'm hearing 2 cards from each, and it's the one on the base of the pack on this one, definitely. Let's look at these first. So we have Neptune. Get lost in the lavender haze, and Cardinal, bright new beginnings ahead. That is wonderful. The rune of movement does suggest that something is going to shift. Something's going to move. Something is going to change for you. We have the 8th house mystery and Ceres nurture. Okay. We have... Oh, grandfather, son, sacred fire, gratitude. Okay. How interesting, we have the same figure. Heart, sacred fire, passion. This is the same person, the same figure. Wow. To have 2 cards that are so connected, that's kind of mind-blowing as well. Let's see. I'm just going to shift the camera out a little bit, see if I can move things around, because we're going to want more space for more cards. There we go, pile 1, we have a bit more space. And very interestingly, while I just pressed the pause button to rearrange the cards, I just had so strongly to bring in a spirit animal guide for you. I do feel there is something that it's sort of like it's down to you, that you're needing to do to be able to shift something here. It could be your perception. With the lavender haze, with Neptune. Neptune is an interesting energy, especially with the card of mystery as well, of 8th house. Let's draw your spirit animal guide, see what we're shown here. We have the bat, which is about transformation, flying in the dark, using your sensory experiences. I mean, bats have a heightened, I mean, it's sonar energy, isn't it? So it's like they can fly in the dark. They don't need vision in the way that we have vision to see what's going on here. We have the 8th house mystery. This is very, very interesting. So the 8th house is all about, very often, the sort of private things of our lives. How we engage with others as well. How we navigate. How we ourselves navigate certain things. I think there is a bright new beginning right in front of you. That is absolutely for sure. So stepping into power. How are the planets aligning for you? Taurus Awaz is a rune of movement and the bettering of any situation. Now, there's something that you're either not seeing clearly, or you're needing to change your perspective or see it through a different lens, and kind of nurture yourself in a space of gratitude. That there's a lot of energy around you that is absolutely primed for transformation. But for some reason, it may be that you can't quite see it, or maybe that you don't want to see it. It's almost got that flavour as well of, if you fell in love with somebody and you've looked at them through rose-coloured glasses, and then it's kind of like you're having to actually take a real look. Who is this person really? Is this right for me? Do I need to step into my own power here and draw some boundaries or whatever it is? This can also be the same with ourselves, our relationship with ourselves. We can pull the wool over our own eyes in terms of our perception of something. We can be too rigid about something, and maybe more flexibility is needed. But something here is needing to be shifted from the inside out. And intuitively, I think your higher self knows this. Your higher self is fully aware of this. There is a huge amount of source energy available to you to change something, to be the master of your own destiny. And thank you so much. Somebody in the comments, I read your comments. Thank you so much. I can't reply to you all because there are too many, but thank you so much for those of you that comment. Somebody wrote this magnificent comment. You'll know who you are if you're watching this, about sort of karma and dharma. And, karma being something we came here to attend to, and dharma being the future that we create for ourselves. Connecting to the north and south nodes, the south node being where we've come from, the north node where we're going to. And I feel like for you, it's almost like that you're at a turning point here, where there needs to be, or there can be, an acknowledgement of something. It's like karmically, you've come here actually to learn to step into your own power and to own your own agency, and to realize that you can do this. But or to realize and to learn that it comes from the inside out, not from the outside in. Now, this needs nurturing, and there's going to be a bit of weeding and pruning to be done here, actually. We've got this scythe here. I'm always, with this card, I always think of the death card because of the scythe in the middle. And with this card, I always think of the death card because of the skull. So it's kind of like there's a rebirth. There is the potential for a rebirth here. But the rebirth means we have to it's got to come from the inside out. There's a shift in perspective, a sitting in gratitude, actually, which is tough. If you're sitting in a tough situation, then we don't often feel very grateful. But actually, sitting in gratitude is what changes something from the inside out. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational energies, and it's a remarkable energy. Let's see what else we're showing. Let's draw your tarot cards. Okay. So we have the Knight of Wands. How interesting that these are the tarot is either with opposites or oppositions. I can't remember exactly the name of it. I love this pack, but it has come out with the effectively what you would call the reverse position. I mean, in a way, it is just how they come. So you are feeling pretty disempowered, actually, at the moment. That's what I'm seeing here. You're feeling pretty disempowered. Maybe ask for further information about this. Okay, but you can do this. Look at this Justice in the upright position here. Fantastic. Yeah. You can step up here. You're feeling disempowered by something or by circumstances. The shift is from within. May we ask what my lovely pile... How interesting. This sort of came out in almost like a not one way or the other position. But you have the card of strength. I think you need to keep going, my beautiful souls. There's something you need to persevere with. I suspect you actually have up days and down days. That's coming through here. Now, these readings are all about stepping into power. I think on a down day, it might pay you to just sort of accept it. If any of you are struggling with health issues, it's not saying, you're stuck with it as such, but it's almost like saying if you have a day when you are feeling like your energy is low, then get lost in meditation. Choose to spend a day, if you can, if your schedule accommodates it, then choose to spend that day as much a space of meditation, of high vibrational meditation. Even it's still relaxing. If you've had a really long day at work and you're feeling very low and your world doesn't accommodate taking breaks, if you're able to have something like a salt bath with lavender. It's interesting, get lost in the lavender haze. Lavender is, as a herb, it's what we call an adaptogen, which means that lavender will take the healing to the place it's needed. It's almost like a delivery service. It's like an energetic herbal delivery service. So if you have the lavender delivery service, whatever healing you need, and it's bringing you healing, you plonk it on the lavender delivery service and it will take you to exactly the right address, kind of thing, like within us. I hope that's a reasonable analogy. But lavender is really, really worth using as a herb in that way. It's why people, I think, traditionally used to sleep with, certainly when I was a child, we would be given little sachets of lavender to be put under our pillows. I remember that, and it was older people, wise old women, actually, generally. Yeah, I don't think I was ever given a lavender parcel from a man, but wise older women who knew and understood these things. There's something here about shifting your energy, and if you can't move something forwards, using that time to sit in a space of stillness and presence to what you need to do, but still with a high vibration of gratitude, even though something may not actually be moving forwards. It's holding your energy regardless. Okay, may we ask what else we have? Okay, so we've got 3 cards that have shown up. Now this came out this way, which is interesting. So I'm going to sit it just here. We then have the 9 of Pentacles. And here we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. If you are having money worries, which could be the case for some of you, money, health, just fears. I'm seeing fears and concerns here. Sleepless nights, which mean if you're worrying and you're getting sleepless nights, it means you're then less able to navigate the world on a daily basis. Okay. Very interesting with this card here, the 9 of Pentacles. Because we see someone trying to kind of like hold on to something here. In the upright position, there is a gift here. If something is shared and it's truly valued, because it's shared, it's valued. And how interesting here. Grandfather, son, holding this beautiful, again, we're holding something here. I think you can be given what you need. Okay. I think what you need, it may not come fast, it may need to come, it may need to be nurtured, but I think you're going to be given enough. Now that may seem hard to hear, actually, a bit hard hitting if you've got big ambitions and you're trying to move things forwards. But I do believe you're going to be guided and nurtured through this. There is a bright new beginning ahead. It'll be guided, it'll be nurtured, and it's kind of going to be one step at a time. With the Ace of Pentacles, this isn't going to come all at once. This isn't like the lottery win. This is like a drip feed of what you need. Each time you need something, it will just come to you. You'll get what you need. So don't be too fearful. I can see there's a lot of anxiety here around not getting what you need, or feeling that, that the world isn't delivering in some way. And this is about shifting that perspective. Every step of the way, you're going to be given what you need, truly, to recover, to pick up, to financially recover, to physically recover, to emotionally recover. I think what happens at the moment, you look in the mirror and what you see is something that is loaded with anxiety. And this is about looking in the mirror and almost looking beyond the mirror, beyond the illusion, and sitting in that space of gratitude and being fired up about what you do want rather than what you don't want. Many of us, I know I am guilty of this, I think we all are at different times in our lives. Many of us, we worry about things. Sensitive people worry about stuff. It's what we do. It's who we are. And so, when we're worrying about something, unfortunately, even if you get up in the morning and you meditate or you give thanks and prayer, for 10 minutes or half an hour or whatever you do, that 10 minutes or half an hour of focused thought is amazing because you're focusing on what you want. But if the rest of the day you're worrying incessantly about it and going over and over and over it, what you're actually doing is creating a situation where you're putting more of what you don't want into the world than what you do. Now, I'm curious about this little bird because this little bird feels quite vulnerable, actually, is the word that's coming through here. I think I'm going to draw a few more cards around this. I can see what's coming through in your reading. This is all about you, how you navigate yourself right now. The planets are aligning for you. There's no question. There's a new beginning ahead. Something's coming. I think you'll be given what you need to get away from or to recover from whatever situation you're in. But you can help this enormously by kind of like looking after yourself in a particular way. It's like looking after yourself, mind, body, and soul. Let's get more messages for you and let's ask about this little bird. Okay, what cards shall we use? I feel I want another tarot pack, actually. Okay, so let's ask about this little bird. May we ask for guidance and information about this little bird? So you have the Ace of Pentacles showing up again. Now that's really interesting. And you also have the Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. Now the Ace of Pentacles suggests that there is possibility around you. Interesting that this card has the word interference on it. And you're kind of hemmed in. I'm wondering if you're feeling that your choices are being influenced by other people's perspectives. I said right at the start of this reading, is somebody pulling the wool over your eyes, or are you caught in the middle of somebody else's perception? Look, what people see and the impression you give. You're feeling hemmed in here, that's for sure, as if somebody else is pulling the strings. Now this reading is suggesting that you start to pull your own strings. Power, empowerment. You start to set the pace here and not be governed by other people. Especially with a first house card. Yeah, the Emperor. I mean, this is stepping up. Absolutely. You couldn't have a bigger card to step up into your own agency. The Emperor is the card of agency, of personal empowerment. Two of Swords. And yet there is a dilemma. Meditate. This is a card of peace. Even though it's the Two of Swords, it's a card of peace. Trust your intuition as well. I think some of you have lost sight of your intuition. You know the truth of that? I know that's a challenge if you're feeling like the wool is being pulled over your eyes, but I think you have a gut feeling. If somebody is maneuvering something because they have an agenda, it could be getting in the way of you standing in your own empowerment. And right now, you actually need to stand in your own empowerment. It's really important that you do so, simply because there's something around you that is holding you back. It's like the planets are aligning. They want to align for you. They want to move something forwards, but you're feeling hemmed in. And this is kind of like breaking away from this, but not in a confrontational way. Now, I said with the scythe here, it always reminds me of the death card and the skull here. This is transformation and rebirth. But Ceres is about nurture. I don't think there has to be a confrontational cutting of cords, but I think there can be a quiet one. You know, where you just gradually withdraw from a certain circumstance or a situation, or from people that are not resonating with you. Let me make sure that camera is focused. Yeah. People who hold opinions that limit you, or people who are trying to interfere, you just gradually move away from them, quietly. You don't have to, this isn't a big confrontational issue. This is slowly but surely kind of looking in the mirror, knowing what you want, trusting that your intuition is right, getting very centered. It doesn't have to be a fight with that card of strength in this sort of position. There doesn't have to be an argument over who has what. You know, worrying incessantly won't change this. This is actually saying gently change your situation from the inside out. And whatever external circumstances are bothering you, particularly if people are concerned where there is an interference, step away. Just quietly step away. Choose not to share information about yourself. If people are using information, if you've shared information about yourself and it's being used, for example, if you are in a vulnerable position and you share that information with someone and then they kind of actively use that vulnerability to their own advantage or because they have their own agenda, step away from that. You know, just don't share so much anymore. Limit what you share. Step away. Be too busy to do something or too tired or whatever, but gently step away and sit in a space of gratitude for the pathway that you know is right for you. Because I think there is a pathway. If it's not immediately in front of you, it will be. But I think there is a pathway that you know you want to take. Some of you could literally be caught between two differing opinions, or feel that one person is trying, I do feel that somebody is trying to pull your strings, maneuver you, get you to do it their way. Well, your way is the way that's right, not their way. You know, this is your empowerment. This is yours to own. We have the Ace of Pentacles showing up twice. This is, if you've got seeds to sow, then they're yours to sow. You know, there is a path for you to follow here. The sacred heart, the sacred fire, your passion. Don't be dissuaded by other people's perspectives. If someone's trying to stop you from doing something that you know you really want to do, that's their agenda, it's not yours. Prince of Cups, yes, quietly and lovingly move your world forwards. Do what you need to do. Princess of Cups, wow, to have the Prince and Princess, that's wonderful. Yeah, just simply quietly move things away. And I think what you need will be given to you. What we see here are hands gifting things. You know, it's like this energy here of this card. You know, here we have somebody holding on to something. This is mine, you know. And yet here we see people sharing. Here we have literally in your cards here, we have, you know, the grandfather son. We see an offering here. It's interesting, the Prince of Cups is often depicted as a prince coming forward with something. And we see here in the Princess of Cups, here she is offering something. I think you will be given and gifted what you need. And indeed, there may well be an offer of something coming to you that is going to help to shift your position and move you onto that pathway that you're meant to follow. And it will gather momentum. It's an opportunity. It's a bettering of any situation. I think you will need to sever some ties in order to break this. The ties may be to your own internal thinking patterns that limit you and keep you tangled in a perspective that says this will never happen or I can't do it. It could also be for some of you, to people who are keeping you tangled in circumstances that are stopping you from being able to move forwards, whether that is literally energetically, you know, whether the energy of them is just such a low vibration that it's tying you down and stopping you from being able to receive what you need. Or indeed it's actual physical circumstances. The key here is changing from the inside out. I do think an offer is to be made for you of something that will help to steer you in the direction that you're meant to be going in. The planets are most definitely aligning for you. You will need to take that offer and be discerning around how you navigate it with people who may not necessarily support you in doing that, in following that pathway. But intuitively and instinctively, I think you'll know it's the right one for you. Pile one. I feel this is your reading, actually. So thank you for being here. If this is resonating with you, beautiful souls, I feel so much hope here for you. You know, there's so much energy coming in to support you in changing something. You're being asked and invited to become an active co-creator with the universe, with the planets. They will align, but you must also then actively work with that energy. I mean, this is a very, very in-depth reading, I think, really. Beautiful souls. Wow, what more can I say other than I am sending you so much love, rooting for you. I think this is really an exceptional time of transformation for you, of evolution back to that karma and dharma. It's that turning point in the middle. I think I started talking about that and then shifted away from it, or wandered away, as I do in a reading. I will wander wherever my mind takes me in a good way. But it's like doing whatever you came here to do, which is actually stepping up, you know, not aligning with things that have low vibrational perspectives or limiting perspectives, or indeed people that have that, and shifting to a point where you then start to co-create with the universe, which is your dharma and where you are going and what you are creating, and because you choose to be active and conscious in that. So this is a very powerful shift and turning point for you. Wow is all I can say. Wow, wow, and more wow. And thank you. Back to comments. Somebody said, I think we should have a Jenny t-shirt that says, wow, wow, and more wow. Thank you for that wonderful idea. I will look into that. I think it would be fantastic to have some Moon Magic t-shirts which say, wow, wow, and more wow. Not quite sure where I can get that done, but I imagine I could. So I will look into that. So whoever made that comment, if this is your reading, thank you so, so much for that. Beautiful souls. Tons of love, sending you just the biggest hug ever. And you know, if this is resonating, do like, share, subscribe, and do all the things that you do that help to support the channel. And thank you so, so much, all of you, for being here. Tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This is about stepping into your power. And I'm going to say very magnificently, by the look of it, stepping into your power. How are the planets aligning to support you? I love that you have Leo. I mean, wow, the energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. You have Taurus, the spiritual warrior, which is a very dynamic energy. It's a happening energy. And you have these beautiful ballet shoes. Which have a gentle and yet empowered energy. You know, when we look at traditional ballet dancers, I mean, it's beautiful, it's flowing, it's, you know, traditionally ballet dancers kind of look very, very gentle, very flowing, very, I'm trying to think of the right word, almost like there's an innocence and a purity when you look at dancers in a traditional way. But my goodness me, the strength it takes to stand on your points. If any of you have danced, you will know. I mean, ballet dancers, it's a rigorous training. It looks so amazing and so smooth and so spectacular. But my goodness me, the work involved in making this happen is seriously wow. Do you know, my beautiful souls, I have to just say this, it started snowing. Wow. Just as I'm doing this reading. Well, that is very interesting. I'm just going to sit with that, and I don't know what that means, beyond the fact that it is snowing. Do you know, you're getting all three of these cards coming through. I'm going to draw a spirit animal guide for you. I'll leave it for a moment, but let's look at these cards. Yeah, that's just slightly blown me away. It's like there's a shift in something. You know, when the snow comes, there's a major shift. Taurus, slow but steady. Second house, know what really matters. Oh, this is really spectacular. Conjunction, alliance. Midheaven, pinnacle. Something, you are stepping into your own sovereignty. Oh my goodness me, you've worked hard for it like a ballet dancer. You have worked so hard to be where you are, my beautiful souls. You really have. I can really see that. Respect. Bison and buffalo. Buffalo is a provider. I mean, buffalo is abundance, represents abundance. Two spirit, balance. How interesting. We have these two shoes. And we also have bravery, bear. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. This is just something that is lovely. I'm going to get so excited. I will draw your tarot cards as well in just a moment. But let's just lean into your energy. Okay. You have been really working for something, and it really does matter to you. It really matters to you. It could be a home, it could be love. We have a couple here. It could be to do with money, abundance. It could be community. And you have gone through so much to get here. You have picked yourself up on more than one occasion. You've learned to be discerning. You've learned to take action. You've kept going. When you've fallen down, you've kept up, you've got back up, you've persevered. You have really, really, really worked for this. Now, whatever this is for you, and it could be the whole package. It could be money, it could be love, it could be the whole package of everything. It could be the right community. Right, it's about to happen. You are getting to that point, that pinnacle. You are stepping into your own sovereignty, whatever it is you've worked for. Pile 2. This feels like an affirmation of everything you've done. everything you've done to get here. So much respect to you as well. Bison and buffalo. And with Taurus, slow and steady. I mean, you have just worked your socks off and you've kept going. You will have had days when it just felt like it was such a slog, but you know, you have kept going. Wow. I have to say this, I said it in pile one, so my apologies if I'm saying it again. Somebody in the comments, you know who you are. Thank you so, so much. I really enjoy reading your comments so much. Someone said we should have a Jenny t-shirt that says wow, wow, and more wow. And I've just said I'm truly going to look into that, because I think it would be fabulous to have a Moon Magic t-shirt that did this. And maybe even a Moon Magic cup is now coming to me. But anyway, a Moon Magic t-shirt at the very least. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for suggesting. Honestly, I'm going to look into it. Now we have a store about to open to help with diaries and ebooks and things. I will look at see if I can get t-shirts done. Moon Magic t-shirts, wow, wow, and more wow. That would be just fantastic. Obviously with some beautiful moons and things there as well. Anyway, but this is wow, wow, and more wow. This is about to launch. You're about to achieve the heights that you have been trying to achieve. You've had to find the courage to keep going on occasions. But this is the point when the planets align for you. It's kind of like whatever you have worked for, it's now about to be laid out for you. It's coming to you. So if you, I don't know, whatever you invested, the balance is that it returns. If you've given this much, now you're going to get that much back. So this is a real joy of a reading. Okay, let's talk about stepping into your sovereignty. I mean, this is not just impact power, stepping up into your power. This is stepping into your sovereignty. For some of you, you could be heading something up, leadership. You're going to become visible. You're going to be seen. But it's all underpinned by what really matters, which is really rather lovely. Let's get your tarot cards. What else are we shown? Any advice, guidance, information, anything that would be helpful for my pile twos beyond this big celebration, which is what this feels like. Ooh, and that one. Let's see what we have. Okay. So, yeah, we have the Four of Swords. You have been waiting for this. Wonderful. You actually don't need to do any more. You don't need, this is, whatever it is you've been trying to manifest, to succeed, you don't have to make any more effort to make it happen. The planets are aligning for you. It's going to come to you. Judgment has come. This is the tarot of, it's either opposites or oppositions, but anyway, literally, I just think we have the upright and the reverse positions shown here in the imagery. Okay, Seven of Cups, interesting. We have King of Pentacles. We have Five of Swords. Okay. Okay. How can I move our cards around to make sure we get everything here? This is interesting, actually. There is something of a story coming through here that we do need to dive into here. There is a situation around you where people behind the scenes are a bit greedy. That's what I want to say. You're doing amazingly. There are people behind the scenes who would like to lean on you, or to, they want what you've got, but they don't necessarily want to have to do the work to get it. You may actually have to, in your success, kind of walk away. This is a theme that's come up in a few readings recently. So if you follow my readings, and this is another reading where this is coming through, it'll be a confirmation for you about not sharing your success with certain people. If something goes really, really well, there are some people you can celebrate with and some that you shouldn't, because there are people around you who would jump on that bandwagon. If you do really, really well, there are people who would see that as an opportunity for themselves to benefit rather than actually doing the work. You have worked so hard for this. Yeah, let's get some more information about this, because there's definitely people around you. You're being asked to literally be really, really, really thoughtful about your success here. Yeah, this is very interesting. Let's get more information around this, please. Could we have additional guidance around this? The Lovers. Okay. The Nine of Cups, happiness. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords, cruelty. Okay. We have, I'll take all of those, I think. We have the Empress. We have the King of Cups. And the Prince of Wands. Yeah. With the Five of Swords here. Yeah. I want to say, don't hesitate to walk away and cut cords with, in your success, with people who are not appropriate in terms of sharing it. You are about to get success. You are about to get sovereignty. You are about to get leadership, visibility. I mean, it's going to be tricky if you're visible, isn't it? To pretend that you're not, your success isn't real. But I just, whatever actually matters to you, that's what's coming in. And it could, for some of you, literally be the whole package in your life. However it comes to you, very, very sadly, you are going to face some cruelty around you. And by cruelty, I mean, it may be the words, somebody's words, or people below, behind your back, kind of that sort of snidey, backstabby envy. I mean, it's rooted in envy. You've worked for what you've got. And when you do rise up the chain, it reminds me of the way, I was talking to somebody the other day, and he is actually doing very, very well, has become very successful in his world. And somebody from years before had taken a photo that was particularly not nice, unflattering. I mean, it wasn't horrible, as in, inappropriate, but it was when someone catches you and you look your absolute worst. And it was like they've had it all these years, and suddenly, following a post in which he had shared something of his success, up comes this photo. And it was done in a very, in what I would call underhanded way, with a comment that was almost was sort of all about joking, ha ha ha, lots of laughter. But it was clearly done to diminish his happiness, to diminish the celebration of his success. I mean, that was it, pure and simple. It was pure envy, in my personal opinion, my personal thoughts about it. He's doing really well, and it's like they'd stored it up all this time, they'd saved it. That could have been posted years ago, but it was posted now. It's like, you're doing really well. This is a theme that is coming up in some of the readings, and so if you're tuning in with this and it's another theme, you'll know what I'm talking about. There are people around you who are going to try and diminish your success, but don't let them. Continue to nurture what you're doing. Don't let it bother you. Literally, this needs to be like water off a duck's back. You've been brave enough to step up against all odds on occasions previously. You've had to learn to stand up. You've had to go through the rigours of picking yourself up and working so hard to get to where you are. So, you walk with respect, self-respect. So do not let anybody's negativity impact on you, because the planets are now aligning for you. This is the point of return, when stuff is coming to you because you deserve it. And you don't have to do any more as well. Just keep going, be yourself. It's like the universe is going to be doing this for you, helping you with this. Let's get some additional cards and see what else we're shown. I haven't drawn your spirit animal guide yet. Let's do that. Let me ask about my pile number 2's success. Cheetah, it's happening fast. Wow, this is going to escalate. You know, whatever seeds you've sown, this is going to escalate. This is, yeah, I think this is going to escalate. I think your situation, your success, it's going to build, and it's going to build quick and fast. Wow. Yeah, this is going to happen. So what if it's not happening around you yet? This is really suggesting that it will, and it's happening fast. Wow, this is going back to my wows again, but you know, wow. what else can I say but wow? This is really cool. This is amazing. I think you will leave a few things behind. But this is actually very much about learning to be like a water off a duck's back, you know that saying? Like let it just fall away. It's not your problem. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have any control over somebody else's conscious free will and choice. And if they behave badly, well, that's the deal. They behave badly, It's not your problem. Your world is escalating, it's rocketing, you are rising into your own sovereignty. Just ignore it. Literally ignore it. I don't think there's anything you have to do here. We've got the Four of Swords. You're sleeping under a beautiful tree here. And it's kind of, yeah, this is a big message coming through. Wow. This is a big message coming through for you, Pile 2. The Judgment in this upright position, the universe will deliver. You know, these people will, there's no need to do anything about it. You don't have to take charge of anyone else. You're not in charge of them. That's how it is. You're rising. Your world is happening. This is amazing. You know, the judgment day will come and the universe will take care of this. You know, if somebody is behaving with cruelty behind your back, let it go. The universe will take care of that. This is their pathway, their karma, their dharma. This is their issue, not yours. It's not for you to do. It is not for you to interfere with it. You can just walk away, let it go, walk away. It's not your problem. You don't have to do anything about that. Just stay on track with what you are doing. Be discerning. I mean, don't welcome people in if your gut feeling is saying that they're not feeling right, and I think you'll know. But your world is escalating in the best way, so just go with it. Continue to nurture what you're doing. The King of Cups is riding in here to give you whatever you're looking for. We have the Lovers. I mean, this is bountiful, absolutely bountiful. Yeah, if you meet someone and then someone who you thought was a really good friend sort of tries to tell you that this person isn't the right person for you, or tries to put a spanner in the works, it's because actually you've been really close buddies for ages. And, suddenly, and they would like not to be single. Suddenly you're not single. And it's like, and actually their envy takes over. And they're not looking after your highest good. This is the flavour. But this is all about just let it go. They are creating their own, there are consequences to their actions. And you don't need to do anything about it. Simple as that. It's not yours to carry. Slow but steady, continue as you are, nurture where you are, everything is coming into fruition. This is stunning. Let all that go, don't carry any negativity, but at the same time be discerning. This is the rune of discernment. Being really, really clear about who and what you will have in your life. And that's the deal. That is the deal. Wow. Be clear cut. Own your own position of leadership, take direction of what you're doing, be balanced, and yeah, it's going to come and it's going to happen fast. Pile 2, this is your reading and I am loving it. I don't think we need to draw any more cards. The advice that's coming through really very much from your spirit team, from the universe, is really letting you know the planets really are aligning for you. Because this is the time where something comes to you that you've worked for, and you are stepping into your own power. And part of your power now is to let stuff go that you don't need to deal with, knowing that it will be handled. Your role is to continue to step up into your position of leadership and continue to lead the way courageously, bravely, to demonstrate through example how to lead, how to be that person who lives in that particular way, and everything comes to you because of that. And everything is, I mean, that's the joy here. Something is unfolding in the most wonderful way. So my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful pile 2, I am sending you so much love. This is fabulous. It really, really is. Yeah, this is literally water off a duck's back. Remember that. Water off a duck's back. Don't carry anything that you don't need to in terms of sort of emotional, psychological baggage of anybody else's. just keep on going. Your world is escalating and fast. Amazing. Tons of love, beautiful souls. If this is resonating with you, I hope you will join me for other readings, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you would like to support the channel. It really does help, and we do have a membership area here in YouTube as well, and you can become a member on Patreon if you wish to support the stuff that I do. And just thank you so much for being here. Bye. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So, stepping into power. How are the planets aligning for you? I mean, Jupiter is an expansive energy, and I'm blown away by the fact we have 2 eagles here. What's very interesting is that this eagle is flying, and so is this person. Like, I think you're going to soar in something. This eagle is coming down to grasp something. Bakana is a whole new phase of growth. Literally, it's not even like the next chapter of a book. It's a new book, and a massive book at that. I'm seeing this card on the base of the pack. Let me grab that. And yeah, so I just feel something is going to massively expand. I mean, seriously new horizons here. But what do you need to grasp? I think if you have to grasp something to make this happen. So we are asking, how are the planets aligning for you? And any guidance and information that can come through for you to be really stepping up into your own agency, your own sovereignty, your own empowerment. Let's see what we have. Gemini, change your mind. That's interesting. Capricorn, buckle down and get to work. Okay, right. We have Midheaven Pinnacle, 12th house introspection. Okay. Respect, Bison and Buffalo. And Sage, Sacred Medicine Cleansing. Okay. Right. Buckle down and get to work. Something you're doing can really soar, but I think you need to possibly change some aspect of how it's emerging, some aspect of how you're working it. Taking it in a whole new direction. That's interesting with Berkana, because it's a new book, it's a new sequel. What you're doing is going to fly, that's for sure. But this is about altering something, changing something in the direction of it, doing it differently, or there's something you have to change here for it to fly. Let's get more information for you. I will also say, beautiful souls, that Bison and Buffalo came out in pile 2, as did Midheaven, both of these cards. So if you were drawn to pile 2, I would strongly suggest tuning in with it. There may well be a really important message there for you. You have Vulture. Something has to be cleaned up here. Vultures are an amazing bird. They are an amazing energy. They do the cleaning up for us. They do the cleansing. You know, nothing is left behind. I think you've got to do some housekeeping, some tidying up, some crossing the T's, dotting the I's, not missing anything, making sure you attend to the details of things and get to it. That's what I'm seeing. So you could be racing ahead with something, actually, and it will soar. I mean, this is wonderful. But when something soars, we need to also have an anchor point. Keep our feet on the ground. We need to tidy things up, clean things up along the way. Make sure there's no loose ends. That's what's coming through here. Let's look at your tarot cards. Yeah, that's what you've got to grasp. Tidy up loose ends. Ooh, gosh, these cards are feeling like they're just really wanting to sort of all flow out. Okay, let's just slow it down. That's actually what I'm hearing here. I almost feel like I'm shuffling the cards and let's just slow it down here. Let's just get to this more steadily. Introspection. Yeah, do you know what I'm feeling? I'm unconsciously slowing the energy down of your reading. This is something that somehow is needed here. Slow it down. Don't be rushing at something. Yeah, don't be a bison in the china shop. Bison and buffalo. Buffaloes are about abundance. So you're going to get something pretty magnificent. Yeah. But slow it down. Okay. So we have the Lovers. We have Temperance. Yeah, balanced. We have the King of Cups coming out. This is the tarot of opposites or oppositions. I forget what it actually is, but this is, it's either one of those. The King of Cups. But look at him in this more negative position. And the Page of Swords, which is a card that can be all about kind of like what we call gossip and drama, kind of comes through with this. Disgruntledness. This fellow is disgruntled, and this guy's just out and out mean. This guy. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. And the card of Justice. Okay. Right, how can I move your cards around a little bit? I think we can get another one in here. Okay. This is interesting. This guy's out and out mean. That's all it is. I don't know what else to say. Are you giving more than you are receiving, my lovelies? Gemini, change your mind. Bring things back into balance. Clean things up. Are you giving more than you're receiving, or are you taking more than you are giving? There needs to be a shift here in some sort of perspective. I'm going to place this here. Let's get some more cards around this. Just sit with your energy. I'm seeing a great deal of generosity, abundance, happiness. This is a card of happiness. Pinnacle, midheaven, wonderful, wonderful energy. Confidence, courage, self-belief, good luck, expansion. I mean, something is really emerging. Now, for some of you, this could connect to a relationship. We have the card of the Lovers and we have Gemini. Let's just ask for a few more cards to get a bit more focus. It's a general reading, so it's going to meet many people. We've got Ten of Pentacles again. Okay. Right. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, futility. Gosh, there's a real paradox of energy here. On the one hand, there is a whole new chapter about to begin in your world. The planets are aligning for you, stepping into your power. You're stepping into, literally stepping into abundance is actually what I want to say with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Pentacles twice, you know. This is stepping into abundance. It's stepping into confidence, self-esteem, good luck coming your way. But something is needing to be addressed here. Is it because you feel you can't have it? people have in the past been mean to you, been unkind behind your back, and you're anxious, and therefore it's limiting your ability to receive, perhaps. In which case, yeah, do you pick yourself to pieces, the vulture? Do you pick yourself to pieces? This is the tidying up. I think you might be someone who is very self-critical, and there's a particular type of self-criticism that comes from being really, really, really bullied. And it's where we end up developing perfectionism as a method of defense, okay? Now, if this is resonating, you'll know what I mean. It's where, because it's like a form of protection. It's like and I have in my counselling work that I have done, any of you knew I worked as a counsellor in my mainstream career for a long time. If you have been really targeted, then trying to be so squeaky clean all the time, so perfect, is a defense, because it's kind of like, well, if I get this right, they can't target me. I can't be targeted. Actually, bullies are bullies. They're going to bully anyway. They'll just find whoever they can to bully. But there's something in you where, and this is to do with stepping into your own power, there's something in you that still has a connection to that pattern. That's what we're being shown here. And it affects your confidence. It affects your ability to stand up and say no to people. You pick yourself to pieces. And I think there are people who will take advantage of this because they know that you are really decent. They know that you have integrity. And they will use that to try and get you to... Because it would be like, so this is just an example, if you raised an issue with someone, and it's a valid issue, and you raise it in a very genuine way, and then they come back, instead of sort of talking through what's been going on, they say, yeah, but you've done this and you do that, and you think, oh gosh, did I? And because you're so concerned about getting it right and trying to be a really good person, that it all focus reverts on you, and you're trying to work out what you can do to help them, when actually, and all of a sudden, the issue that was really valid that you raised has now just been lost. It's been swept under the carpet, and the focus is now on you, and the moment you fix it, it's like as if everything is okay. But of course, the real issue that you raised has been avoided. Now, this is not going to be relevant to all of you, but it will be relevant to some of you. There are people who will capitalize on your generosity, on your well-being, and on your good heart, and on your on that part of you that tries to live through genuineness, authenticity, and integrity. Okay? And this is about not picking yourself to pieces and not letting anything like that get in the way of your expansion. You're to expand. Don't let people get in the way of that. There's something you're working on, something you're doing, and it is meant to expand. So get to work. Let's get to it. Okay? I don't know if it does need to go in an entirely different direction. I think the different direction is to do with anything that you carry within you that stops you from rising and shining. Look at this. We have the Queen of Wands. How amazing. She is the Queen of Transformation. We have the Princess of Cups, gifting. Look at this plate full of abundant stuff, gifting this here. Yeah, this is very interesting. So there is something you need to keep working at. And this is about removing any obstacles that are potentially in the way, either within you or things that affect your choices. I'm also seeing with this King of Cups, because he is a bit of a meanie. I mean, he just is. And I said, are you giving more than you're receiving? This is quite a powerful fellow, really. And the Page of Swords is just disgruntled. You know, is there anyone around you And you will know this with the card of Justice. You will know, is there anyone around you who would have an investment in seeing you not expand? Someone who would have their own agenda. You'll know if that's a message that's relevant to you, you'll know. In which case, or if somebody's pointing the finger, or saying things, just don't pick yourself to pieces. You're meant to liberate yourself from that kind of stuff here. There are some resonances with pile 2, so do check that out if that was singing to you. This is very specific though, because it's about you expanding. It's about you flying and not being anchored down by other people's opinions, not being affected by other people's opinions. Yeah, you're being guided, the High Priestess. The way is being opened for you. Look at her pushing these pillars apart to let you through. And then we have the Empress. Yeah, keep at whatever you are doing. Pile 3, do more of it. The planets are aligning for you, and stepping into your power is about not letting other people tell you what to do, making your own choices, owning your own agency, not picking yourself to pieces, cleansing yourself. Let's get further guidance and information. What is actually coming from this? I mean, what is going to soar? What are pile 3 doing? What's going to soar? Okay, so we have the Emperor and the King of Cups. Okay. Okay. You're soaring. You're soaring. This is really interesting. Now, because we have the Lovers and we have Gemini, I said this earlier, it could be a relationship element to this reading. If there is a relationship on the horizons for you, I think it might be somebody who is different to your usual type. Someone that maybe some people around you would view with either meanness or prejudice or gossipiness. Don't let that stop you. Grasp what's right for you. Do not let other people's opinions affect your choices. This is the biggest message coming through here. The planets are aligning for you to reach something, a pinnacle, to fly, to soar, to be happy. Yeah, whatever this is meaning for you, whatever is really, whatever this means for you, keep at it, stick to it. I don't think you actually have to change the change of direction is choosing not to change your direction according to the will of others. This is about knuckling down and getting down to work and doing what is right for you. Not doing what other people think you should do. And not picking yourself to pieces in the face of what other people think you should or shouldn't be doing. And if this, as I said, if this is love, if it's a relationship, then, it doesn't matter what other people think. It's what you think and how you feel. It's about the two of you. It's not about anyone else. If this is a project or something else, it's about what's right for you. If you're writing a book and and you've discussed it with someone and they've got a great opinion about what you should do with it, well, it's your book. You write it. You decide. This is what your reading is about, I think. Let's see what else is shown here. Could we have any further guidance? Guidance information. I was going to say I feel like I'm going to draw more spirit animal guides for you, interestingly enough. So back to cruelty again. Bang in the middle. This came out in pile 2. Wow. Gosh, I do feel, at the time of this reading, we're seeing so much polarity in the world, which is all about dominance and power, isn't it? My way's right. You should do it my way. And this is really saying, you need to do what's right for you. You need to literally step into your own power, step into your own agency. let go of other people's views on what should or shouldn't be done. Absolutely do what's right for you. Look at this, how beautiful. We have the deer energy, which is all about gentleness. Don't pick yourself to pieces. And the stingray. Very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Sort of feel like I'm hearing a sting in the tail here. I'm actually going to read to you from this book, just because I think it is really relevant. I don't always read from the books, but I do. So we are, where are we? We have octopus. It will be in here somewhere in this area. Rooster, turtle, frog, otter, swan. Or are we more this way? Fish. Here we go, stingray. Okay, because I think it is really relevant here. It says, developing confidence, sense of self or spine. So this is backbone. The stingray card represents a pivotal point in personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old, easy, comfortable and familiar, and the new, challenging, uncomfortable and unfamiliar. Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again as the force of Dharma growing within the stingray is too strong to ignore. So this is about, back to exactly that, you need to make some choices and decisions for you. And that's the kind of different direction. It's not that the direction or something that you're working on is in any way wrong. I actually think you are working on something or navigating towards something that is absolutely right for you. The problem is that there is criticism from other parties or different perspectives from other parties, and it throws you back into the part of you that picks yourself to pieces and questions and challenges within you whether you're on the right path. And this is about self-respect and taking an ownership of what is right for you and not succumbing to the views of others. That's a comfortable place, but it's a stale place, and it eats away at you if staying in that, in those perspectives goes against what you know to be the true pathway for you. And that's really how the planets are. The planets are aligning to bring you experiences to help you to step up. And it's like literally aligning with your own true values, and you will soar. This is like this, the expansiveness that will come to you. It's like letting go of those internal limiting beliefs that have come from people putting you down, people bullying you, people saying my way's the right way. And it is hugely uncomfortable to step out of that. But literally, it's like the way is being parted for you, and the benefits are just wild. I mean, seriously wild. So be gentle with yourself. And as I said, this could also be for some of you in relationship. It would be like if you have grown up in a world where, you know, your faith is of a particular denomination and your family are very concerned that you should be in a relationship with someone of the same, and you meet somebody and you fall in love and they come from a completely different perspective. But you know that this is the right person for you. It's stepping out of something and walking that path that is absolutely true to you. That is what your reading is very much about. And the planets are aligning to help this to happen. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be easy, because it's like there's so much positivity here. I mean, it's amazing. And yet, there are things that you're having to handle that are not so easy because you're facing people or facing the results of the impact of people within you who have held and hold different perspectives that do not align with the vision of who you are. And this is the truth of who you are. They don't align with your own integrity. They don't align with your values, your higher values, with Jupiter. Your sense of fairness, your sense of justice, your sense of generosity. Just be gentle with yourselves here. I'm going to ask how this is going to emerge. Get some more cards. May we ask how this will emerge? Any further guidance and information, please, for my lovely pile threes. Okay, so we have the devil, and in a beautiful upright position with an angel. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles, again in the upright position. And then we have the Four of Wands in the which has shown up in its kind of reversal. These cards have both. So I do actually think that I think you know in your heart of hearts what you want. I mean, this is about desire in the upright position. This is your desire. It's what you want, and you know what you want. And you've invested in what you want. It's coming through. I do think there will be people around you who will not celebrate with you, actually, sadly. There's some stuff you're going to have to let go of here, or accept that there are people who won't celebrate you, which feels a real sadness. They will not celebrate what's coming to you. The joy that you experience is so overwhelming with happiness, but it's there. Your message is saying follow your own pathway. You have to literally shift, and the different pathway is yours. It's walking your pathway rather than somebody else's. There will be people who genuinely don't share your happiness, and that's ever so sad. But this is what's right for you. Desire is here in such strength. Desire and things that you really want. You know, look at these beautiful flowers here, these beautiful flowers. Let's draw a couple more cards just around this, because it does feel a little sad. But let's ask just a little bit more information about the Four of Wands in its reverse position. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. Interesting, it's come out in this sort of position, really, which is both ways. I think they'll come around with the Ace of Cups. Initially, there'll be a lot of disgruntledness about the fact that you're doing it your way. But with this card coming out in this sort of, neither one way or the other kind of thing, I think that they will come around. It might take a bit of time, but they will come around to see that what you have created, they'll see so much happiness in your world that ultimately they will come around to it. It might take them a while, but they will come around. And that's what I'm seeing here in this card, in this Ace of Cups. There will be a bright new beginning. The planets are aligning. They're giving you something that is going to make you so happy and make you soar. And it's what you can pounce, and you can hold it, you can have it. The tidying up, this is the picking. Don't pick yourself to pieces. Don't be affected. Everything here is about not being affected by other people's perspectives and following the pathway that's right for you. However that's emerging, whether it's in a working situation or it's in your love life or your friendship groups, whatever it is, doing what's right for you is going to make you so, so happy. And those that are a little bit miffed about it, they will come round, I think, here. So pile 3, the planets are aligning for you to really soar. So this is a time to release any doubts within you. They are a residue of the past, and this is about your future. Pile 3, I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. If this is resonating, do come back for another reading. It would be lovely to see you again here on the channel. And thank you, all of you who return. And thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing and all of the things you do that support the channel. I feel very, very blessed to be connected with you all. Tons and tons of love.